I gotta pick up the grocery order. Hey, so here's what it is. Entrepreneur stuff, right? Okay, it's not that hard. It's not that hard. It's being comfortable with failure. It's being comfortable with discipline and writing things down. First and foremost, write it down. Whatever it is your idea is, however you want to get there, whatever dream you have, if you want it to be a reality. And I'm not doing like the secret and visualization and no. I'm saying the first step in the process of getting your brain to do what you want it to do as it relates to garnering you success, you have to write it down. There's no other option. The science is conclusive. It's been this way forever. There's no other option about it. If you're not going to write this stuff down, then you're not serious about your journey. And I know it sucks to hear somebody say that to you because I look, it's a hard reality. This is not an easy game, right? It's not an easy game. It gets hairy every once in a while. You're gonna experience ups, downs, lean times. You know what I mean. You're gonna have to make extremely hard decisions about people who are very close to you, and it might not be the most comfortable thing in the world. But at the end of the day, if you are willing to put in the discipline, and you are willing to put in the time and energy, and you are willing to write it down, you can 100% start a journey of your own that leads to your success. Your success, not my success because you bought my book, not somebody else's success because you bought their book. Your success, it's yours. You have to decide whether or not you're serious about getting after it. And the science based, ironclad best way to start that process is to take a pen or a pencil and a piece of paper and write your ideas down. Write down your goals. Write down the people that you want to and be involved in. Write down the way that you want to get them involved. I want as much detail as you have time to put. And it doesn't have to be hugely detailed. It can be just like an outline sketch of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. At least you're starting somewhere. All right. But the more specific you get at the beginning, the easier it'll be to transition into actually getting to market and getting this stuff into people's hands, okay, or whatever it is your product is. So I encourage you, please, 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 if you take nothing else from any of the content that I produce or put up on any of these platforms, please take this. I encourage you. In fact, I urge you, if you want to start something that's yours, that you can build to leave to your family, that doesn't require you to show up 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours a day for someone else so that you can make them a whole bunch of money and take home a little piddly 10% of whatever it is you're generating. If you want better than that, please, whatever idea you have to get from where you are to where you want to go, I urge you, write it down. Tell it to somebody, whether it's your husband or your wife, even if it's your older kids who kind of understand. Obviously you don't want to be telling your toddler who can't really converse with you back and forth. But if that works for you, great. But tell somebody, your mom, your dad, your aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, cousins, whatever. Tell somebody, get somebody involved, put somebody's eyes on it as well, so that your brain automatically encapsulates a certain amount of accountability to the fact that you've done something physical to start a process and you've shared what you did with somebody else. It's the best way to start holding yourself accountable right out of the gate. Now, I'm not saying you have to whip yourself into submission, but discipline is the king, man. Discipline is king, and there's no other way around it. Be disciplined enough to start the right way by writing it down. Be disciplined enough to look at it every day and take some kind of action that helps your business grow on that day, right? And I got a couple examples here. Bear with me. I'm working through some paperwork here. I had this written down. So, where'd it go? Is that where I wanted to be? Yes. Okay. So here's what we do. I call this concept the Power Three concept, right? Where you take the three things that are actionable, that you can do to grow your business, right? Specifically enough to be, or specific enough to be actionable, all of course, important enough to matter to you on a micro or macro level, and small enough to complete in a day, right? So keep your power three action steps within those parameters. And I'm telling you, it's those little baby steps and that consistency, that discipline of consistency. It'll make all the difference. And then you'll start tracking metrics when all this stuff starts to take hold and you start seeing the results. You'll start tracking your metrics. Okay, but trust me. Take your power three. And I'm not talking like, work on marketing, right? We're not going to say work on marketing. We're going to say, I'm going to design and write and schedule the social media posts for next week, right? Because honestly, all that stuff can be done relatively easy if you have any access to like Canva, or even Canva's free stuff is remarkable and easy to use. Meta is free. Meta Business is free. All you have to do is sign up for a Facebook business account, and they'll let you use it for free. You can track all your insights and analytics and all that stuff in there. It's amazing stuff. But specific, right? We're not gonna, like I said, I'm gonna work on marketing. I'm gonna do something specific. I'm going to develop 3 posts, and 2 reels that I can schedule at specific times for this coming week, right? Or we're gonna record a series of YouTube shorts, or we're gonna record a video for whatever, or I'm going to edit a video I've already produced, right? You have to keep it specific, but you have to keep it achievable. You have to keep it achievable, because a lot of times what happens is we get over focused on trying to get everything done all at once, and I'm guilty of it. I'm a do it myself, do it yourself kind of guy. I fix cars, I fix cars, and I make music. A lot of what I've done in this office has been me taking the reins and just getting it done. Not to say that I haven't had help from some amazing people whose names will be mentioned, I promise. But I've been a very self-motivated, driven kind of person. So I know what it is to be overwhelmed by all the stuff that you've got to get done on any given day to make yourself feel sane about the fact that you're doing something extremely risky. I get it. But if you break those things down, like I said, into actionable steps, 3 small things that you can, three small things that you can accomplish in one day, it makes all the difference in the world. And be disciplined enough to do it every day. Be disciplined enough to write it down. Be disciplined enough to start it the right way. If you start it the right way, right, regardless of whether or not you fail in one venture or the other, okay, because that's going to happen, and then we'll talk about that in the next episode. Whether or not you fail is irrelevant. The fact that you are putting together a process, all right, to what is it? I think there was a book called Fail Quicker or Fail Fast, right, where your first endeavor into becoming an entrepreneur, becoming a business person, whatever, should involve putting together the process that makes identifying whether or not something's going to be a failure quick, so that you can transition and move on to something else. Now, I'm not saying that what it is that you have, your original idea can't be successful. I'm saying at the time that you're trying to start it, it may not be the most productive thing to spend time on as it relates to generating revenue for you now. Okay, but we'll get into all that other stuff, as we move through this, podcast series, and we'll get the book, looked into as well. So, as we kind of move through this journey, we'll investigate all those little picadillos. But I wanted to at least get on here, get this first one down, and let you guys know, it's so easy. It's so easy to just start, because the first step is something we learned in elementary school. Put a pen to paper and write it down. Make your brain accountable for the fact that you did something physical here, so that it knows, okay, I have to start moving in the direction to make this a reality. Right? Share it with somebody and make sure that your brain knows, okay, I've shared this with somebody, and I'm telling them something that I have to make true now. It'll gear your brain, it'll gear your mindset into a whole nother realm. And I promise you, if you take this seriously and you do it, it will work. Okay, so book is now available. Amazon, Kindle, you can go check it out. It's called Write That Down, Getting Past the Starting Line by yours truly, if you purchase the book through Amazon or the website, you can get a. I'll give you a couple of PDFs for free for like a little workbook and a cheat sheet that actually walks you through, and these things are amazing. It actually walks you through kind of step by step what it is that you need to do on a given day to accomplish a series of goals to get from point A to point B, right? And it's built around marketing, digital marketing, specifically for a digital product, but you can always kind of tune it and reshape it to fit whatever product that you're trying to move. So go by Amazon, get a copy, get your free PDFs, write that down. Getting past the starting line. We'll start to look at that, look into the book here in the very near future. So, and leave comments, guys. Let me know what it is that you guys have troubles with. Right? What do you guys struggle with? I know a lot of people have a hard time. A lot of people have a hard time just getting past go. So, which is why I encourage you to write these things down. It's kind of your kind of roadblock removal to getting past the go point, right? So, leave in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you kind of address some of these things if you experience them. If not, give you an idea of what it is that you want to hear covered and stuff like this. So, my name is Michael Fragola. Again, this is episode 1 of the Get At It podcast. We appreciate you coming by and checking us out. Check out the website, getatitpodcast.com, where you can purchase the book and the PDFs that go along with it. So tune in next time. We'll be back, I believe, next Wednesday, and we'll get you some more good info and all that good stuff. So be helpful, be a leader, learn smart stuff. And as always, if you can be here, baby, get here.